The evolution of Xbox, from the original to the Series X. Xbox, the gaming console that has become a staple of the modern entertainment industry, is more than just a device for playing video games. In an industry with an estimated 3 billion video gamers, it's a platform that has brought people together from around the world, enabling them to connect, compete, and explore new worlds together. From its origins as a project within Microsoft, Xbox has grown into a global brand, with millions of fans and a diverse library of games that spans genres and platforms. But what is it about Xbox that has made it such a beloved and iconic brand? Is it the technology, the community, or the games themselves? Join us as we delve into the world of Xbox and uncover the secrets behind its popularity. Welcome to the Time Capsule channel, the place where we dive back in time and tell you the stories of the present. The PlayStation may be the most popular gaming system for many gamers as it is now, but Microsoft's Xbox has been around for a while and promises a distinct gaming experience with its own selection of games. Xbox systems have only undergone 4 main generations, but they include several minor updates that show Microsoft's constant dedication to innovation and expansion in the gaming sector. Xbox. Because of the Microsoft DirectX technology on which it was built, Microsoft particularly leaned into the X branding with the first Xbox system. As most of you probably know, the console is shaped like a letter, with a huge lime green logo in the middle displaying the name. Something you probably didn't know though, is that according to Seamus Blackley, the Xbox logo is green because, at the time of designing the logo, the designer had only one green marker. Regardless of its stylish appearance, the controller is known to have an overall fairly practical design. The console's controller, however, underwent a reduction in size soon after launch when Microsoft switched out the bulky Duke controller from the original console for the considerably smaller Controller S that had been the default controller for the console's Japanese release. The Duke still has supporters despite its unusual size. In fact, accessory maker Hyperkin would eventually bring the design back for the Xbox One, which we will get to later on in the video. The Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 looked considerably different from the first Xbox. The large X shape was gone, and instead, a subtle Xbox logo came in its place. It was now available as standard in white. Even though the first console was a huge success for Microsoft as it had made Sony's PlayStation comparable for the first time, it did suffer from problems that caused an estimated 25% of controllers to experience some type of hardware failure. The most common was called the red ring of death, after the 3 red lights that would light on the controller's front in the case of a problem. Microsoft eventually announced an extended assurance to address the difficulties, and over time, a ton of homemade remedies for the problems appeared online, with sellers selling tools to assist customers in solving the issues on their own. This solved the problems the Xbox 360 had. Did you know, it is estimated that every Xbox 360 console owner purchased an average of 7.5 games? Who would want to play the same game every single time, right? Want to hear more fun facts about Xbox? Make sure to watch until the end of the video to find out. The Xbox 360S. The Xbox 360S offers 3 important improvements over the original Xbox 360. The first was that it included a special connector for Microsoft's newest motion tracking device, the Kinect, allowing you to use it without having to separately power it from the wall. Second, Microsoft thought that by redesigning the hardware, the 360's hardware issues would be clearly put behind it. In addition, there were also some minor changes, from the white color design that had dominated the Xbox 360 range up to that point and the introduction of the glossy black color scheme, which Microsoft would utilize long into the Xbox One generation. The Xbox 360S also benefited from having Wi-Fi built in, more USB ports, and SATA hard drives instead of the 360's proprietary ones. Now let's discuss the next amazing model of Xbox. The Xbox 360e. Just months before releasing the Xbox 360S, Microsoft published the final model of the Xbox 360 in June 2013. The 360 didn't provide many new functions, but it did have an appealing appearance that was compatible with the expected next-generation system. Additionally, Microsoft stated that it will operate cooler and quieter than prior Xbox 360 systems. The Xbox One. Microsoft wanted the Xbox One to be more than a simple gaming system. It wanted it to be a hub for all of your entertainment. When it first came out, it offered a variety of video streaming services, and you could use the console to route your cable box so you could watch live TV while playing video games. Microsoft promised a revolution in home entertainment with the Xbox One, but it was never able to deliver on that promise. In the years following the console's initial release, Microsoft abandoned these plans in an effort to reposition the Xbox One as a gaming-only device and close the $100 price gap with the competition. Did you know that the Kinect in Xbox One is capable of identifying the person holding the controller, detecting a person's emotional state such as happy or sad, and detecting a person's heart rate? The Xbox One S. Although the Xbox One S first appears to be a standard mid-generation slim down, it also came with several significant improvements over the original machine. The addition of a 4K Blu-ray player, compatibility for 4K/HDR video streaming services, and HDR support for games themselves were at the top of the list. It also had a brilliant white color scheme by default, emphasizing how different it was from the consoles that came before it, which were primarily black and gray. However, these improvements were important at a time when 4K-capable disc players and streaming devices were far less prevalent and more expensive than they are now. This is not to say that it wasn't also a significantly more compact console than the original Xbox One. Later, in 2019, Microsoft would introduce a discless variant that was more cost-effective. Do you know? Once a former American professional soccer player claimed his amazing idea on realistic gaming on Xbox by saying, "I have seen games on Xbox 360 and HD TV and I'm amazed at how realistic the players look." The next version of the Xbox. The Xbox One X. The Xbox One X, which was first announced under the codename Project Scorpio, was designed to deliver 4K/HDR gaming to Microsoft's Xbox One without introducing a completely new generation of Xbox consoles. The Xbox One X succeeded in being surprisingly small, with a crisp rectangular shape akin to the One S, yet having far more graphic processing capability than either the original Xbox One or the Xbox One S. It's important to note that Microsoft's earlier claims that the system will support VR never truly arrived in hindsight. However, analyzing the performance improvements the system provided over the original Xbox One, which additionally enabled a selection of Xbox 360 and original Xbox titles with backward compatibility, it was difficult to care. The Xbox Series S. The core version of the Xbox 360, which lacked a hard drive along with a wired controller, was not the first time Microsoft supplied two levels of encouragement in a single generation, but the Series S and Series X stand out as the most completely distinct game consoles Microsoft has ever released at the same time. The Series S appears to be more of an extension of the Xbox One S, while the Series X appears to be the future. The Series S is smaller, targeting 1440p resolutions as opposed to 4K resolutions, and is limited to playing digital versions of games due to its lack of a disk drive as compared to the Series X. However, Microsoft is betting that because the system costs roughly half as much as the Xbox Series X, a more expensive gaming machine, less expensive gamers won't be worried. The Xbox Series X. The gaming industry has been rapidly changing over the past few years. With new advancements in technology, companies are pushing the boundaries of what video games are capable of. One such advancement is the recently released Xbox Series X. This new console promises to deliver an unparalleled gaming experience, with faster load times, higher frame rates, and stunning graphical fidelity. The Series X boasts impressive specs, like its 12 teraflops of GPU performance and 16 gigabytes of RAM, making it a formidable force in the console market. Players can expect stunning graphics and smooth frame rates, as well as lightning-fast load times thanks to its SSD. Did this buzz your curiosity for more? What would you like next? Thank you for watching, subscribe, and follow for more.